Hey, boys and girls. Now, we're going to go with the Rams perspective. But first of all, welcome to Neighborhood Picks. Hit that like button if you like it. If you want to subscribe to the channel, come along for the ride. It always helps. We got a nice little crew forming, and it's a lot of enjoyment. So, now, the Rams. It's a very interesting tale of what happened with them this year. They kind of formed a super team. And if they're going to win the Super Bowl on next Sunday, it's going to be for one reason, and one reason only, that they're just too talented. That's the thing that's got me thinking 50-50, 60-40, 55-45. I'm torn. My first initial thought was the Bengals, but here's why I think the Rams could win. They're just too damn talented. They got Hall of Famers on defense. The offensive line on Cincinnati is the Achilles heel of the team. They have problems, but Burrow's been able to overcome them. The Rams' defensive line is one of the best around with Aaron Donald and these guys. Now, if that line gets pressure with just rushing the four and no blitzers, and they got everybody back, it's going to be a tough day. So Cincinnati's going to have a real good offensive game plan because it's going to be some task. The Rams defense is solid, and I don't think anybody's talking about that as much because we're all infatuated with Cooper Kupp. And listen, Matthew Stafford came over, and it couldn't be better. He's got the best receiver in the world, Cooper Kupp, and another guy who's not far under him, Odell Beckham, who's excellent. Like, he's showing that, he's really good still. So with Kupp, he needs 161 yards to break the record for postseason yards. He already broke the record, 1,947 yards during the season. That kid's amazing with Stafford, Kupp, Beckham, Akers, Michelle, and the guys I mentioned here on defense, Jalen Ramsey. Weddle's back. Weddle, the little guy from the Chargers. I can't believe he came back and now he's going to a Super Bowl. But the thing with the Rams is they'll be the more talented team. And if Cincinnati can't do anything about that pass rush and counteract it, they're in trouble. So the Rams, and here's the thing. I have a feeling that if Stafford, he had a great year. He set all records, he had a great year, 30-something touchdown passes. Stafford is playing real well. This is the best I've ever seen him play, and he's had a long career. He's a veteran, and he knows this is the game of his life. Joe Burrow, he's young. It feels like he'll be back. You never know. Marino didn't get back, but the urgency is with Matt Stafford, and I know they want to play a great game. So the Rams are the more talented team, and if they can just disrupt the normal Bengals blocking, like simple things where the Bengals can't even get extravagant because they can't handle the basic shit, then the Rams will be too much for them, and that'll be it. So, but I think the more interesting part of this is Stafford. Let's say he goes to the Rams, wins the Super Bowl this year. Now you just got 2 years in a row, two quarterbacks, one all-time the GOAT, and another guy that's considered a great quarterback, but he just doesn't have any wins or big wins, playoffs or anything. Stafford, everybody always said how great he was, but he never got it done. Now, if Stafford goes to the Rams and wins a Super Bowl, that's going to open up a whole Pandora's box. We got Aaron Rodgers. Tom Brady is getting credit for starting this. He went right to Tampa Bay and got the Super Bowl. And now Stafford goes to the Rams, gets the Super Bowl. Rodgers is going to go to Denver. Why wouldn't he? They got super backs. Their Kid Williams, the rookie, tremendous. Gordon, Horse, Noah Fant, a tight end. Receivers. I'm not sold on Jerry Jeudy yet. I don't know if he's as good as they said, but let's see how he does with Aaron Rodgers throwing. Maybe he is that good. It's a lot different when Aaron Rodgers is throwing you open. So Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers, they're going to take the page right from Brady and Stafford and say, you know what? I'm not married to this organization. I'm going to go elsewhere. So, I'd like to see Rodgers on Denver, and I don't know where Russell Wilson's going to go, but with the trends, that's the way it looks like it's going to be for the next 5 to 10 years. When you got good quarterbacks and the team is starting to be shitty, they're going to start asking out like these diva wide receivers. They're going to start asking out. And it didn't start with Brady. Brady was the first successful one. It started in my lifetime with Joe Montana. Joe Montana was known as the greatest quarterback of all time, right? And he was with the Niners. And then he got traded to the Chiefs. And he went to the AFC Championship, Montana. And in the 93 AFC Championship, one game away from the Super Bowl, and they lost to Pittsburgh to go to the Super Bowl. And that would have been cool because it was 93. Dallas was waiting on the other side. They beat the shit out of everybody. But I would have liked to have seen Joe Montana and Marcus Allen, who was also old as shit, a dinosaur, still great at 35. Marcus Allen, Father Time never got him. He was a 36, 35-year-old running back with way more juice than Adrian Peterson has at the same age, way more. So I'm not saying he was as explosive as him in their primes, but everybody ages different. But it started with Montana. He went to the AFC Championship. Didn't get to the Super Bowl, but he played great. Then when was the next one? We had Montana. Then we had Favre. He went to the Jets initially. He couldn't decide if he wanted to retire or not because they wanted Rodgers. He went to the Jets. People forget, they started out 8-3. And then Favre got hurt, and then he re-retired. Then he came back to Minnesota and got to the NFC Championship game because he wanted to beat the Packers. One game away from the Super Bowl. But he didn't get there. And then you got Kurt Warner. He was a guy that switched and had success with other teams. That's another one. But Kurt Warner had 3 careers. He's the only quarterback I've ever seen in my life to have 3 careers. He had a great career with the greatest show on turf, won a Super Bowl, lost a Super Bowl. Then he went to the Giants and stunk. I literally was in the stadium in my mid-20s watching him fumble. He stunk. We thought he was done. He goes out to Arizona, resurgence, Larry Fitzgerald, all those receivers, back to the Super Bowl. They lost, but, I mean, the guy had 3 careers, a great one, a shitty one, and a great one. So sometimes you can't explain it. Then the next guy, the guy that I give the credit to in starting I'm a great quarterback, I can go somewhere else and win a Super Bowl. The first one that did it was Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning, simple as that. Great, all-time great with the Colts. He went to Denver, threw 55 touchdown passes. Then he had a neck injury that was causing weakness down his throwing shoulder and his tricep. And when he lost his throwing power later, it wasn't because he stunk or lost it. He had a goddamn spine injury. And if you know about that, it makes you weak on one side, comes from the neck. He had a medical issue that was messed up, and he still won a Super Bowl with Denver. So Manning started it. Legend, like a legend to go elsewhere. Rodgers is a legend. I don't consider him a legend. I consider him a very good quarterback. Rodgers, legend. So now Kurt Warner, Manning won the Super Bowl. And then since Manning, it's been nothing until last year when Brady came to the Bucs and won the Super Bowl in the first year. And now Stafford just got out of Detroit. The Rams thought they were a piece away. Boom. So this is a historical game. This is an important game going forward into the future. Because now if Stafford wins it, it's like, is this the new thing now? You know what I'm saying? Although Philadelphia had a super team exactly 10 years ago. They were bragging on the podium in the preseason. Hey, we got a super team. They stunk. So it doesn't always work out for everybody, but it's one game away from working out for the Rams. And do they have the capabilities of winning? Absolutely. That's why I'm not making my pick yet. Because the Rams, when they're clicking, they can tear shit up. And there isn't a team in the NFL this year that's unbeatable. So although we're in love with Joey B and we think he could be the next Brady and this and that, proceed with caution. Because the Rams are every bit as talented, as good as any team I've seen in a while. All right? And we're going to leave it at that for now. Neighborhood Picks, like and subscribe. Let me know if you think the Rams are going to win and if this jumping quarterbacks thing is going to be a trend. All right, I'll talk to you guys later.